Is there more footage of this? Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the first BTS Wednesday. I put out my schedule for January, and for Wednesday, every Wednesday in January, you're going to get a BTS video, and I thought, similar to yesterday's Twice video, I kind of wanted to start out with a guide, just because I've reacted to a handful of BTS guides, or not guides, MVs already, and I'm still struggling with some of the members in terms of faces and names, and even the live performances when I check them out on Mama and stuff. I'm still struggling with that, so I think a guide is just the best way to start, and then I'm not always asking who's that when we get to MVs, and also like getting people to join along for the journey. I feel like people are more attracted to the guide videos first, and then they hop on along with the reactions to the MVs. So instead of soliciting you guys for like, oh, what is, you know, the best guide, what yada yada, I think the best guide is still this Who is BTS, the 7 members of Bangtan. I think that is still the one to go for, even though it is 2 years old. It's got 4.5 million views, so I think it's pretty solid. So let's hop in. Let's do it. Oh, a lot of clownery in the beginning, eh? So they went through like a rebrand or something, I'm assuming. In like 2017, they wanted to be known as Behind the Scenes. But then they've got like Bulletproof Boy Scouts and a whole bunch of different type of things that they're known as. I have never heard this song, whatever it is. No robot voice? Very bold choice. Wow.
Belongs to every people all around the world that shine the love and light on us by the millions and make BTS proud, really.
Okay, so he, along with Suga, were both active in like the Korean underground like hip hop scene, right? Because I remember on oh, I forget the name of it. Oh, I forget on that very first reaction I did to his solo August D. I think the song was kind of referring to the people that were from that underground scene that kind of called him a sellout or were talking shit about him because he is now in a K-pop group, but he's still saying that he has the skills of his roots of, you know, an underground, you know, Korean rapper kind of thing. I'm pretty sure they both come from the same background. Oh, so he was the very first member. I think a lot of people in a lot of ways still see them, at least maybe their earlier stuff, as kind of a hip-hop group in a way. This is like the same exact thing as Suga, right?
랩몬스터 완전 아이돌 얼굴 아닌 방탄소년단에서 랩하는데 못생김 아이돌로 데뷔했다는 건 래퍼를 포기한 거 아닌가? 노래를 힙합이라고 할 수 있나?
People talking lots of shit, huh? I do think that the name like Rap Monster, thank God we just say RM, because Rap Monster is just a little, I don't know. Don't love that. Dude, that's like 80% of Americans will say that. Side story, I took a picture, put it on my community post of like you guys saying happy birthday. I forget which member it was for. I think it was Jungkook. I think it was his birthday. I was in Times Square working the Marriott Marquis, the biggest screen in Times Square. Army had give him a birthday gift with like a happy birthday Jungkook sign on there. And my coworker goes, "Oh, so are they girls, or is it a guy group or a girl group?" Like obviously he knows, but he's just some inner masculine insecure dude is saying this, but it's like, come on, man. Everyone says that shit. Holy hell, man. Oh my god. I have not heard his like rapping capability before. Collabed with Fall Out Boy? This is Fall Out Boy post good Fall Out Boy, I'm assuming.
Just in case I need one, but you actually are, you speak English, right?
Yes.
So pretty well. You taught yourself English?
So funny. A lot of people learn English through Friends. Like a lot. I've heard that many times. Great show.
Can't believe we were going to be after AMA, but now we're here.
Really crazy to me that he's the only fluent one in English. Them being such like a worldwide spectacle now and just in traveling everywhere, I find it really interesting that he's the only one fluent in English. But maybe back then, because they did debut a while ago, it wasn't so a part of the trainee process to be fluent in either English or Japanese or what have you. Because I know that is like a soul thing now. Like you have to learn another language as a trainee in a lot of companies.
Us here.
But I do find that to be interesting.
And we want to make new fans in here.
Wow.
In here.
Thank you for having us. We will show you everything today.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love people trying their best to learn something new. So he really does seem like a solid leader, huh? Hyping them up before the performance.
언젠가 저희의 존재가, 저희의 음악이, 저희의 무대가, 저희의 사진, 영상이 여러분한테 아주 조금이라도 아픔이 100이라면 그 100을 99, 98, 97로 만들어 줄 수 있다면
I feel like this dude should write a self-help book. That would sell like crazy.
I've heard that, there was like it was so hot in Vegas. It was like 35 Celsius. But I've heard that you guys were waiting for the magenta carpet like from the morning. I mean,
He has a really interesting accent for someone who is speaking English as a second language. It's interesting.
done like 5 a.m. I cannot imagine that. Are you okay? Like, thank you so much like for everything, for the BBMAs, like Hot 100, like iTunes, US, UK chart. Thank you.
He seems like a very someone that's speaks about his gratitude often. Okay, Jin, someone I don't know at all by his name. I'm gonna get a lot of spoilers in this video, aren't I? Interesting.
주인공은 과연 누구일까요? 네, 다음.
Car door guy?
수많은
What?
팬들의 마음을 저격한 방탄.
Third guy from the left. Third guy from the left? Oh, he is third guy from the left right now.
Third guy from the... I love it. That's so funny. That's like Lisa being known as like Ponytail Girl at Coachella. That's funny.
누가 강요한 건 아닌데.
아니에요. 근데
예.
왠지 이렇게 말하면 제 기분이 좋을 것 같아서 이렇게 얘기를 하고 다닙니다. 저는 월드와이드 핸섬입니다.
I am worldwide handsome.
그다음에 내가 한번 주지. 수고했네.
That's so strange.
아 좋아요. 아 이런 소리 좋아요. 고기군 기분이 좋습니다. 본격적인 요리의 철학.
That's right. The age hierarchy is big in Korea.
그 기호가 있잖아. 빨간 거 넣어먹는 사람이랑
맞아요.
그런 틴에 넣어서.
Is he the group chef?
뭔줄 알아? 자네 소가 노래 부르면 뭔줄 아나? 소송이.
Boy, those are corny jokes. Oh, I love me some good dad jokes. If you give me some really extra corny, I'm all for it.
단체 소송이.
Not only that, but someone who gives a dad joke or says a dad joke and is the person that laughs at it the most. I kind of admire that. Oh my god, we're less than 7 minutes in. I gotta stop pausing.
아버지를 존경했어서 아버지 따라서 그냥 회사원 그러다가 꿈이 드라마를 보다가 어떤 한 분에 의해서 배우로 바뀌게 되고 빅히트에 캐스팅이 되고 나서는 또 이렇게 가수 되기 전까지는 노래 1살 뭐 20살 이때부터 노래를 시작하게 되었는데 재능이 그렇게 특출난 편은 아니지만 그래도 열심히 연습을 해서 조금씩 더
Humble too.
하는 모습을 많이 보여드리려고 노력을 하고 있습니다.
It's a bit loud. The guitar's hard as hell. I've tried picking it up multiple times. It's not easy. I like whatever this is. Ooh. Vocals are solid. Dude, he's wild. Yep, okay, so I was right in that aspect. Yeah, this was the song we checked out. I always forget the name of it, like, right now. Wild. He's like on hiatus right now, right? For an injury? That's why he wasn't at Mama? Or he was, but not.
은근히 챙겨주는 그런 게 있어요.
친데레구나,
네, 약간
친데레.
예, 그런 게 있어요.
물을 주면서.
물에 줘도 안 보고 줘요.
왜 그런 거야?
네?
컨셉이야, 왜 그런 거야?
아니 저는 그런 거.
He doesn't want to be shown being caring.
이거 뭐 아미들이 보면 난리 나겠어요.
This is part of their DNA comeback show, yeah? I don't think I know. I still don't know that song. I don't think I've heard it.
성공이 하고 싶었고 돈도 벌고 싶었고 뭐 이상하게 유명해지고 싶다는 생각은 별로 없었던 것 같았어요. 처음에는 막연히 그냥 작곡가가 되고 싶어서 서울로 왔던.
He seems like he still retains a lot of that, you know, a lot of the underground rapper like qualities to him.
그러면 1년에 365개면 365개까지랑 한 막 200개는 쓰는 게 있지만 막 그렇게 쉬는 날도 있고 뭐 쉬는 날도 있고 뭐 나도
프로듀싱 능력을 보여준 아이돌 스타일 슈가입니다. 소란의 노래 오늘 취하면을 프로듀싱하며 음악적 깊이를 다시 한 바 있죠. 축하합니다.
I don't know. Suran. Oh wait. The members pushing him to accept the reward is actually hilarious though. The way they wave him off.
진짜 고생 많이 했어 우리 있을 때 17살 16살 내가 밥을 먹으면 버스를 탈 돈이 없었고 2,000원짜리 짜장면을 먹으면 버스 못 타고 그걸 팔아도 돈을 못 받고.
Which is where I got some of like the Eminem vibes from him, even from that first video I reacted to, but also a little bit about where he comes from and whatnot. Him, it's not just though that he can rap with speed, but he's got real good flow too, and passion in his delivery. I feel like his solo stuff is real damn good.
꿈이 없으신 분들도 괜찮습니다. 뭐 꿈 없을 수도 있어요. 행복하시면 됩니다. 행복하게. 새해를
Hey,
시작하면서
it's very
행복하게
poignant. Start the new year happily.
한 해 또 마무리 짓는 그런 2018년이 되었으면 좋겠습니다.
Okay, so he learned his rap as a trainee. Wow, dude. Whew. What? What? Do you see where that leg went? That leg went like behind his head. What the? Ah, okay. Dude, he looks like freaking Wolverine. So he's the bright one.
맨하튼에서 쇼핑해야죠.
Was this a much older clip by any chance? You can just tell.
맨하튼에서
I feel like the K-pop styling of just how they style, especially male idols, has just changed so much over like the last, what have you, 7, 8 years. You could really tell.
Who wants to shout in Manhattan like this?
That's
Maybe
so
you
weird.
get kicked out
He's
of the
shameless.
job if you do that.
My God, that's how I shop. That's crazy.
Oh, I love it. He has such a like extroverted personality. What? I don't like that. That's freaking me out. That's like almost kind of scary. Playing with his nose. They really would seem like polar opposites, honestly. But usually people like that vibe the best. Soap me? J-Hope really seems like the real extra one of the group, for sure.
Now, yes, all English time, all English speaker, okay? You look so happy. Why happy?
I love stuff like this.
Oh my God, my heart is, oh my God.
Jimin,
Yeah.
you got no jams.
You got no jams. So is it him? Is like the main dancers of the group? Is it J-Hope and Jimin? Right? Are they're the two primarily ones focused on dancing? Wow, wow. Oh my God, a lot of them have just moved on to such like big things. They're all doing their own business on the side. It's wild. So did he release that separate from, or is that under Big Hit? I'm assuming he's not able to like start his own little label or what have you without ties to Big Hit contractually. So I'm assuming his own stuff that he started is under Big Hit, and he like released that like as a solo on his own label or sub label. Ooh. A lot of spoilers. Yeah, I think I always just think of Jimin maybe because of this stuff from Black Swan is like so incredible. The live performance that I watched of that was insane. Really? Okay. someone takes a jacket off and people lose their mind. Oh my god, this looks exhausting. Is that DNA? I feel like I've seen clips of whatever song that is, but I've never actually heard the whole thing. I did it by
이
accident.
여행을 올 초
He knows what he's
3월
doing.
4월부터 놀래. 저 박지민이지.
It's a ghost.
지민이에겐 많은 관심과 사랑이
Oh my god. Wait, that was cut so perfectly. I didn't see the hands at first. Him moving and then seeing that silhouette.
많은 관심과
Perfect.
사랑이 필요합니다.
Oh my god. Especially because it's frosted glass. Mmm. So does he seem to be like the most outward member in terms of interacting with fans?
연습실에 항상 가서 살아야지라는 생각이 많았었어요. 그러니까 쉬어도 연습실, 자도 연습실, 그래야 한 번이라도 뭘 더 하니까 그런 생각이 많았었는데 그렇게만 살다 보니까 이제 정말로 내가 좋아하는 공연.
I feel like that's a lot of these idols that really are harsh on themselves. I think it's just because, you know, you train for so long, whatever performance, that you get mad at yourself if you mess up.
부를 수 있을까 하면서 요즘은 그냥 계속 그것만 고민하고 있는 것 같다. 요즘에 좀 힘들었던 게 잘 안 돼. 하는 것만큼 잘 안 돼.
He's talking about his vocals.
정말 그 사람들이 생각하는 제 감동을 받을 수 있는 그런 노래, 마음을 움직이는 노래 같은 걸 나도 하고 싶어서 주구장창 연습하고.
I love videos like this. Like, I don't know if that was on a V Live or what have you. I have no idea, but I love videos of just people from groups being very earnest and just speaking from the heart and it not feeling like it came from their company. That stuff really makes you invest in members. Thank you for the compliment. Are those high notes him? Oh my god, dude. What are you talking about? Wild. Another one that I think I hardly know much about and always forget, you know, his name. I don't hear his name a ton, I feel like. Son of farmers, become a farmer, so okay. So he's got the work ethic. Must be. These vocals are something very different than what I've heard from BTS. What song is this? This is one of those baby making songs I always talk about. I'm assuming this is Singularity. It's got a very sexual energy to it. I was gonna say his voice is way lower of a register than everyone else from BTS that I've heard. Dude, his voice is fantastic. Holy shit. Orang. Orang was a Tekken character, wasn't it? He's the guy that did the kicks. Oh, wow. Doing this while he's knocked out. Oh my god. They have too much energy. They have too much energy. What are their faces? I love it. He's keeping up the energy even though they're staying quiet and straight faced.
라이브도 불안했었고요. 보컬도 이제 어느 정도 노력을 해야 되는 부분이 있었고 남준이 형, 윤기 형, 호석이 형 이제 만든 곡을 가지고 무대를 쓰는 게 정말 부러웠었거든요.
He's got the voice for it for sure. Like, give the man an acoustic guitar, and I feel like his vocals would just work.
Van Gogh. Vincent Van Gogh. I'm Clint.
I'm Ash.
Ash. 클린트냐 우리가? Clint.
It's such a strange thing to do.
I'm Lenoir. Yeah, Lenoir.
Ah, Renoir. Collecting just I like to collect coochie. Maybe in another life. Wow, so he's a super artsy dude, huh? He's the Magne, right? Yeah. I guess I've seen some comments on some of my BTS reactions of him being the one you're mostly going to hear in terms of his vocals, and also that he's center a lot. Kind of the one that you see most of the time is Jungkook. I also always thought the most popular member because even before I really got heavily into K-pop, he was the name that I heard all the time. This song has really grown on me too.
크게 욕심이 없었어서 춤만 추고 싶다고. 저는 솔직히 메인 보컬 될 줄 몰랐어요. 진짜로.
Jesus Christ. Dude, I love this song. God. I feel like what I want to do after this guide next week, I want to get into some of their older stuff because I've said it multiple times in my BTS reactions, my two favorite BTS songs are Fire and Dope, so I'm hoping that there are other songs in their, way back in, the close to their debut and whatnot, that even though I think those songs were maybe like 3 or maybe 4 years after their debut. I'm hoping there are songs that are kind of in those vein, that vein of song, because those songs are fucking bops. He plays was that Overwatch? What was that? Yep. So he's the one that wins at all the games they play in variety shows and whatnot, I'm assuming.
잘생기긴 했네요.
제일 잘생겼어 진짜로.
Holy hell, that is so crazy young. How old is he now? Did it say?
말도 걸고 그래.
See, he's super shy. Hey, that's adorable. They went to his high school graduation. That's freaking cute.
그런 기념으로 오늘의 로고는 끝. Example 1, situation 1, listen and repeat. 블라블라블라. 파일을 이렇게 해줘야 돼.
I feel like that he's a really great member to grasp onto, and I feel like a lot of the reason maybe it was apart from his own charms and his own ability on stage could be someone's favorite member or could be maybe a more one of the more popular members of BTS is that he's like a good like vessel for all of this. For BTS is largely people's first K-pop group. Definitely largely people's first K-pop group. That's how they kind of get their gateway. And he's kind of like a shade of that person. If you don't know K-pop, you kind of get into him with maybe him being the youngest and kind of learning lots of things from all his members. You maybe are attracted to someone who's kind of like you in that moment, a sponge kind of grasping onto this new culture and new way of thinking and new, different types of music. I feel like he's a good kind of a vessel in that way for someone who's new to K-pop. It's like how you're playing a video game and the main character is like the new person at school, so they're learning everything as you are learning everything. June in English? I don't like that. I don't like that noise. Nope. Wow, that was corny. I love it.
왜 이렇게 됐어 너?
I also love his serial killer eyes he gave. I love
왜
it.
이렇게 됐어 너?
진영 때문이에요.
왜 이렇게 됐어? 그런 거 좀 보고 배우지 말라고 했잖아 형이.
Oh, I fuck with this so hard. Is there more footage of this? Oh my god. That gives me so much life. See, that's why I feel like he's someone that people really latch onto. It's like almost as if like went through teaching Jungkook things and whatnot, they're teaching the viewer that, the fans.
또 옆에 항상 6명의 멤버들이 있으니까 제가 솔직히 보고 느끼는 배우고 하는 거는 거의 다 멤버들 영향이 크다고 생각해요.
Yeah, with him being so crazy young, that's wild.
어떻게 보면 형들의
13, 14 years old.
성격이 다 담겨 있는 그런 인격체일 수도 있어요.
Kind of, right? It's like all the little bits he's pulled from each member, you kind of see shades of the members in him.
저 이제 15살 올라가지고 옆에서 되게 이제 뭐 어떻게 보면 저를 키운 거죠. 예. 그래서 옆에서 이렇게 잘 해줘서 고맙고 앞으로 이제 우리끼리의 목표란 게 있으니까 조금 그냥 앞으로 잘 해가면서 앞으로도 으쌰으쌰 했으면 좋겠어요.
우리 막내 다 컸네요 진짜.
야, 형들이 6명이나 있는데. 그러니까요. 나 같으면 날라다니겠어요. 형들이
야, 인치 몇 개야? 영어네. 못 읽네. 1012호?
That's so loud. That's so loud.
2000개 먹었습니다, 여러분들. 제일 유명하고
How old was that footage? 2,000 retweets? They were excited about the 2,000 retweets? What do they get now? 20 million? A lot of this stuff have to be really like cool looking at these old awards and then winning awards early on, and it's always, of course you're gonna not jaded per se, but when you've done it so many times, and I'm sure they've won more awards than they can possibly even name or remember, keeping yourself humble is really, really difficult. Like, I'm assuming with this being so emotional for them there, I'm having to assume that was a earlier in their career award. But now they're still, they're still doing crazy things like being #1 on like the Billboard charts, like that's wild. I think Dynamite, that was the first time, right, that happened. And even though I might not personally like that song at all, like the fact that they did that is a huge achievement. And I know that was, you know, one of their dreams or one of their like next accomplishments to do. So shit, I don't know what the next one is. Sky's the limit. And hey, this was in Newark, so very close to me.
Music and performance trances language and countries.
Very close to me. I'm assuming, what are these light sticks that they're holding up? Because for some reason they aren't the light sticks that I recall from BTS. I know BTS's like color is purple, my favorite color. But I think they also are one of the groups that has had revisions and have like released maybe at this point maybe like 5 or 6 different light sticks of some sort, so that might be a variant that I just haven't seen because it might be older, who knows. But thank you so much to Suga and Spice for that guide. Man, you got 4.8 million views on that guide. That's what happens when you release, you know, one of the best guides for the biggest group in all of K-pop, and one of the biggest groups, the biggest group in music. They're the biggest group in music, so it was very cool to see a bit more of their personalities, be able to attach names to faces a bit better. So now when I dive back into the MVs, I won't be so clueless. I still am going to have some trouble with the faces for sure, but I think I can nail RM and Suga especially pretty easily. I feel like their faces are very recognizable to me. A lot of the other members I'm going to just have to try better, and maybe there are some other things I can watch on my own time if you guys could recommend some that will help me better just understand, you know, recognize their faces. So if you are interested in some more BTS content, that is next week, every Wednesday. As I said, there's going to be some BTS content in the month of January. I've also reacted to some of their live performances that is on Patreon, but I'm pretty sure all their performances that I have on Patreon are free, that I've done. So it's part of like my Mama stuff and some other, yeah, I think it's all of my Mama reactions that I put on Patreon. So if there are any other BTS-like things, long-form content or live performances that you'd be interested in as Patreon content, feel free to recommend them down below. But also recommend me what the next MV I should check out from them. If Fire and Dope are kind of my thing when it comes to them, something in that vein, or maybe something a little bit earlier in their career, we can kind of work our way up. If you check my BTS playlist, which I'll link down in the description below, you can see what I've already reacted to from them. A lot of their big songs I still have not really watched the MV, even though just because they're BTS, I've probably heard at least bits of the song or the chorus, whether it be DNA or Idol is one of theirs. Songs like that, I know I've heard the chorus at some point, but I've never watched any of those MVs, so it'll be fun to get to those really popular songs too. So thank you so much for checking out this video. Like I said, if you're interested in live performances, long-form content, or variety shows, anything like that, that is on my Patreon. Thank you so much, and I will see you next week.